We all have opinions on vegans, and unless you are one or are very close to one, that opinion is not very high. They are either a punchline in a joke or avoid it like the plague. But what if I told you there is a good chance that we all may become vegans? Hello everyone, my name is Melanie. Welcome to A Steadfast Mind. No, this is not clickbait, and no, I am not here to convince you to give up meat. My own mom calls me a carnivore because I love meat, and I really don't like vegetables much. And for some reason, potatoes don't count. So even after reading the first part of Genesis, I'm not going to give up steak, barbecue, eggs, and milk. But I think that is going to change after we are raptured. I often think about what heaven and a new earth are going to be like. So I decided to reread the first two chapters of Genesis, which describe God's original design for mankind. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 29, God is speaking to the man and the woman he created. He says, "See, I have given you every herb that yields seed, which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seed. To you it shall be for food." Chapter 2 elaborates on God's work when creating man, and he says he is allowed to eat from every tree except for the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. There is no mention of milk or honey or eggs. There is no mention of killing animals, not even fish. The only food that is mentioned are herbs and fruit. So I'm beginning to think that means we might all become vegans in heaven and on the new earth. Now don't panic, my meat-loving brothers and sisters. I'm just thinking out loud. There is no reason to dread what your heaven diet is going to be like. If you are panicking, you really need to ask yourself, what's the alternative? On one hand, you've got heaven for eternity, but no bacon. On the other hand, you've got hell for eternity, where you would be the bacon. It's a no-brainer. But getting back on topic, I just wanted to share this mostly because I thought it was interesting. And like I said, I am not encouraging anyone to give up meat, eggs, and dairy. And neither is the Bible. When the Lord visited Abraham, Abraham prepared a meal of meat and butter and milk. When God commanded the Israelites to offer animal sacrifices, he said they were to eat those sacrifices. Jesus fed crowds of his followers with fish. He himself ate fish and honeycomb after he was resurrected. Eating meat and other products from animals is not a sin. It won't keep you from God's favor over your life. Honestly, I think the reason why our diet had to change after the fall of mankind is because our bodies are no longer the perfect vessels that God first created. They are weak, helpless, corrupted, and we need more to sustain us than just herbs and fruits. But once we get to heaven and get our new bodies, chances are we are going to change how we fuel those bodies. You can also use this as a great answer to any vegan who is very strongly trying to encourage you to follow their same diet. You can assure them that you will, most likely, in the future, become vegan. And if the person you are speaking with is not a Christian, maybe they'll consider learning more about Jesus. Not only will they be able to enjoy a vegan diet for eternity, but the grace and peace that comes from accepting Jesus as their Savior will transform their life in a way that no Impossible Burger ever will. So enjoy that next steak and eggs while you can, and give God thanks for it. And as always, thank you for stopping by, and God bless you.